How's it going, John?
What is going on, guys? Welcome. I am fucking excited to bring Alex here with us. I He's been the most recent success inside the program, and I'm fucking stoked for him because within the last couple months in September, he like went to Cancun and he was able to enjoy that in the middle of his dieting phase still. And I mean, I'll let him like speak on his experiences, but I kind of did a Alex, I did a quick introduction. But if you want to tell everyone your name, your age, and like what do you do for work and all of that to give some
Sure.
back.
Sure. Glad to be here, John. Always a delight to talk with you. So my name's Alejandro Trujillo. John knows me as Alex. He's been a friend, a good coworker at 1.2. I'm 26. I'm currently a consultant engineer, which pretty just means I'm an engineer wherever they need me. So that's what I do. I travel a lot for work and, work a lot of hours. Um, and yeah, that's what I do. And joining pretty much no bad days training and its coach John Jerome has been a blessing to me. um Definitely was in a place where I couldn't find my way out, health wise. I kept getting bigger ever since I graduated college 5 years ago, and I just would try different things, and I would lead back to the same habits, and it was just an uphill battle to lose weight. But like John says, and he says it, not me. His success, one of his success stories. So that's a little synopsis of what it's been. But I can go in detail as I'm sure we will.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. I think it's funny the fact that you mentioned like you travel a lot for work because like right now you're in the fucking car, which I think is just fucking
on my way
ironic.
on my way home.
um, so you mentioned like trying a few different things in the 5 years after graduating college, and like let's turn back the clock a bit and like what was it like for you between college and then after graduation? Like, what was the story there that led you to kind of trying a bunch of different things when you graduated?
So pretty much from when I graduated to now, right? So to what the
Yeah,
question was. So pretty much, got out of got out of college, graduated, got a job, and the real world is not as easy as college was, where you had a better control of your schedule. It was
hmm
more free time, so dieting and exercising wasn't that difficult. And
yeah,
so I kept my weight was good in college, everything was good. Um, I I got my first job, graduated, and like I said, this profession is working a lot of hours. So I found
yeah,
myself traveling a lot, working a lot of hours, and never really prioritized healthy eating or just fitness in general. And so it was easy to gain weight, and it was not easy to lose.
yeah,
So I tried, fasting in the beginning, just because I didn't want to work out, and I tried the keto things, and again I didn't want to work out, and just tried so many things, and some would work. They definitely would help me lose weight, but like I said, I'd get back to where I originally was, and that was my battle for the last 5 years. I definitely want to say the first couple months, I tried, to find a balance, but as I mean, for me, it was hard without some guidance, like you've given me in these past couple months, 4 months, 5 months.
yeah. Um, Obviously, the big pivotal moment for you was like the getting out of college and not having that schedule and having your free time. And obviously, like engineering is super fucking demanding. You have to work a lot of hours. You have to travel a lot, especially for like what you do. Um, when you graduated, like how much weight did you gain during that 5 period time frame?
So when I graduated, I was about 230. By the
Okay.
time the first year was by the first year I was out of school, I want to say about I gained about 30 pounds. So I was at 260, and it just went up from there. I got to a point where I was 283, I believe, on the scale, and that's when I said it was too much. The doctor was put me on cholesterol pills to lower my cholesterol. I was having heartburn issues. Tying my shoe was a drag. Um, and so that was my first. stint, I want to say about 2 years ago, where I said, okay, I'm gonna lose weight, and I was able to lose weight. I got, down to 270 something,
Yeah.
and then I was good. I was stagnant for a while. Didn't know how to lose, you know, more weight, and then by that time, I was actually working with you, John, and we had a 3 month challenge within our colleagues of who could lose weight.
Yeah.
And I was able to get down all the way to 259, I believe. So it was a big spike, 259. But then from there, another 2 years later, and I had gained 10 pounds back. So now I'm back at 272, which is when me and you met. And oh, sorry, it wasn't two. Yeah, it was 259. But like I said, when last time when we met, I was 269, 270. So I'm at 250 right now. I'm 250 ish, I want to say, not 250, because as you will learn if you're with John, weight fluctuates. So I'll say 250 ish, but I feel much better. I don't have heartburn anymore. I stopped taking my cholesterol medicine. Um, and I feel great, and I feel guilty when I don't work out, when I don't eat good. And, it's more of it's who I am now. It's not a drag. That's what I'm trying to say.
I love that. Um, I'm super fucking stoked for you because I remember like when we first had like we were setting up your plan and going through like all the milestones and stuff, and I'm like, I want to get you off these fucking medications. So I was wanting to ask, like, are you off them completely now?
And like I said, like I told you, I'm completely off of them. To my doctor's knowledge, I'm still on them, but that's a different topic. All he sees is
Yeah.
good lab results, so that's all he cares about. And so, but I'm doing great. I feel good, and probably one of the happiest times I've been in a while. And just I feel it's like a big. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel free. Especially walking 20 pounds less.
Yeah,
It helps.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Um, I know you mentioned like doing the keto, doing fasting. I think at some point you were like with the personal trainer and obviously like work challenges too, trying to get like, let's put some cash on the line and like, let's make this like the fucking thing. But you kind of ended up gaining everything back, even despite, those things. What was the biggest thing you felt like was making you kind of lose gain during those 5 years?
First of all, I want to say you're a great listener because I almost forgot that I had another personal trainer back in the day from 24 Hour Fitness. So kudos to you. But to answer your question, what wasn't working wasn't necessarily the things I was doing. It wasn't sticking was more of the issue, right?
Mm.
Something you know everybody says this diet fad works for them. This working 21 minutes 3 times a day or some crazy diets or practices you hear out there. But you got to find something that's going to stick to you, and it's kind of tailored to what you are capable of. And I want to say, like, your your program definitely does that. It works for it's tailored for the person. And the one thing I will say, you get what you put in 100%. So if you go in this with a good mentality, bad mentality, whatever, if you're able to, work hard, you're gonna get results. There's no way you're not.
Yeah. What do you feel like? Because I'm sure you worked hard, like with the personal trainer, the keto, the fasting, the challenges at work. What do you feel like was the difference here when with those things that got you some results, but not ultimate results versus like now where you're at in this moment in time?
I mean, going back to like I said, just this sticking to me, and I want to say having that motivation in you as a coach, day in and day out. When John tells you he's there for you 24/7, he's not lying. I mean, I've been in Cancun, I've been in San Diego, Vegas, and here comes a text right before I'm going to vacation, or hey, you need anything, let me know. This is good tips, and so that definitely helps. And he also coaches you to someday not need that, to be aware. And now I mean, I can hear him without him having to text me or call me when I'm about to do something. I'm like, uh, and like I said, it's some of it too is good, right? Because you're pretty much installing a program in yourself to think healthier, think better for yourself. So, thank you.
Yeah, I love that. You're starting to internalize the stuff that I tell you, which is really good sign.
and
Um,
and and sorry to cut you off, but adding to I praise you a lot, right? How good your coaching skills are. He told me in the beginning you're gonna have to change your persona, who you are, if you want to change, and I was I was willing to try, but I wasn't as bought in as I am now.
yeah,
And I mean, he spoke it into reality, and people have said that what you changed and for the better, and some say for the worse, but I don't need those people because obviously they're not part of my goals. So,
yeah,
like I said, thank you.
yeah. Of course, I think I like that you bring that up because I think one of the biggest things that someone can do for you as a coach is not just I can tell you all the fucking things that are gonna work and any of them can work, but it doesn't matter if the way you operate, your identity, the way you view yourself is the same because then you will always end up back at square one, right? And so that I think is the biggest shift really for anyone that comes into the program is like we're going to shift your identity and shift who you think how you view yourself, how you react, how you respond, how you interact with the world in a way that doesn't feel like it's this fucking all this mental effort and like it make it become a new you where this is like way easier, we'll say.
Yeah,
So
and to add on to that, I mean, the program even helps you in things other than fitness. I mean, my mental discipline now is crazy. I mean, I've taken on new certifications, because I'm more aware that I want to self better myself. So, how can I self better myself? I quit social media. I good stuff in my opinion. I've done. I listen to books now while I'm walking. Just
yeah,
I've changed my life.
I love that. What was like the biggest objection, biggest hurdle that would have kept you from like working or starting with me?
I know a lot of people probably, it's the money, to be honest. The investment itself, it's financial. It's a financial burden to some, or some can look at it that way. But you also got to think about, and this is the way I thought about it. Is just pretty much, it's for my health, and maybe me being healthier can offset, some bad habits that I'm doing now. And I used to drink a lot, as John knows, and I found myself by myself being healthier and following the program. I wasn't spending as much money in the bars or just on stuff, snacks, stuff that wasn't necessary. And so
Yeah,
like after I thought about it that way, and going back, what was the biggest why I would not do the program was I thought was that, but running the numbers as a numbers guy I am, it I haven't felt it, and I'm
yeah.
glad I went ahead and did it, took the chance because the cost offsets, to be honest with you, and health is wealth, and that's that's it. It's period. Health is wealth.
So you essentially were able to cut out like all the unnecessary spending that you were doing, like say during the week, throughout the weekend, and that kind of offset with the coaching. Essentially, it kind of evened out for you.
Correct, and I want to say I'm gaining, because I'm getting healthier. I stopped spending money on, I can go out and I'll drink 2 beers now because I have that mental discipline.
Yeah,
Or there's days, I'm not gonna drink today. I don't need to have fun, and you're kind of like a therapist in a way because you teach life lessons on the way to becoming healthier. So
I love that. Um, is there anything you would say to anyone that is maybe on the fence about reaching out for help that is kind of maybe in a similar position that you were, you know, in the middle of summer?
definitely, if you want to better your life, you got to do something about it.
Yeah.
And chances are, if you think you need a better life and you haven't done something about it, then you probably should do something about it.
Mm,
And this is the first step to that, in my opinion.
definitely reaching out for help. Cool. Um, Alex, I know you're like driving home, so with that being said, for anyone that has any comments, questions, I'll go ahead and answer them inside the Facebook group. But Alex, thank you so much for coming here today. I'm so fucking stoked for the progress that you've made, not only now, but the
In
progress
4 months, but we're gonna go for more, John. We're going for more.
For those of you that obviously weren't on the live with us before, we were talking, and one of the issues that Alex is having now is he's gonna have to go look for new clothes because the clothes are starting to fit a little too loose. So
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Thanks to John, I gotta buy new clothes now.
good. I think it's a good problem to have, anyways.
Good
But
problems.
Alex, thank you so much for coming here. We'll go ahead and hop off the live now. And for anyone on the live, we'll go ahead and answer questions. I'll go ahead and answer questions today. So peace, everybody, and
Hey, everybody.